Hey howdy, hey partners. Today we have movie accurate size chunk. Let's get into it.
Reach for the sky.
You're watching Today I Grew Up.
To infinity and beyond.
Excited to be back with you today to review my movie accurate size chunk. I finally got him back in my collection. I did buy him once back in the day in the year I believe it was 2011 or 2012. He did release in 2010 for the Toy Story 3 movie promotion. Thinkway Toys actually released this as a full-scale toy, but it wasn't part of the signature or the collection line. It was just a standard release. But it's really cool because Thinkway Toys was making movie accurate sized toys even though they weren't part of the collection line. So this was one of those rare toys where I'm really happy that Thinkway Toys made this, because it's basically something we would have gotten in collection, but they just decided to release it anyways. So it is really awesome. I just love how massive he is. Love those like biceps looking things. He's just like really rocky. Obviously he's a big chunk of rock basically. He's very cool, and he definitely looks like a boulder. And there's a lot of wear and tear on here. I'm not sure if it's supposed to come with that much wear and tear. Let me know in the comment section below. But I just really like kind of like the weathered look. He does look like a used toy, which I kind of like because it's more realistic to, you know, a toy being at Sunnyside. He's in used condition because, you know, the kids play with him in the playroom. So it is a really cool, just at first glance, really amazing, and I'm just so happy to have this back in my collection. Huge shout out to Dr. Toy Story on Instagram. He actually sold these to me. They were his extras. So I'm really grateful for you. Thank you for selling these toys to me, because it's really an awesome addition to my Toy Story collection, and I'm so happy I finally have them back. So articulation wise, his arms go forward like this, all the way around. Nice 360 at the shoulder joint. This doesn't go back farther than this. It does go forward like that, and it does have the ability to swing out all the way back. Wow, that's pretty crazy actually, and I do like that a lot. Not only that, the arm goes down, you could swivel it this way, and yeah, you can definitely have fun posing, you know, holding something in his arm and his hand there, putting his hand up in the air. So that is actually pretty neat. Very cool. I do like the articulation, and really like what Thinkway Toys did here, especially with the swivel right here at the arm. Makes it very versatile and makes Chunk look actually bigger than life. You know, with his arm swinging out like that, for example. I think that looks pretty sweet. Also here at the waist, I noticed he does 360 all the way around. Really nice. 360 at the waist. Very cool. And at the knee joint, there is a knee bend there, which I do appreciate. I think that looks pretty sweet. And of course his legs go forward and they go all the way back. So there is a lot of articulation with this chunk, more than I thought it was going to be, so I'm pretty impressed with it. Let's say you don't have a lot of room on your shelf, you can just sit him down like this, and that's pretty neat. Also for display, you can have Chunk sitting down so he doesn't, you know, take up a lot of room. So that's pretty cool too. I really like that versatility. So yeah, the articulation's simple, straight up, but it's really nice. And I think Chunk looks really amazing, especially back here. Now, one of my favorite scenes from the movie is when Chunk is gambling on the table, you know, with Ken, Twitch, and Sparks. And they're all, you know, having fun, placing their bets. And when Chunk loses, he gets mad. And there's a button right here, actually, right here in the corner. And if you press it down, it changes his face. So the happy expression to angry expression. So you can reenact that scene when he's like, "No, I lost," and he gets really upset.
Now Stretch takes the round. You lost.
So that is really sweet, and I do like that it's automatic, because we got the Mattel release last year, and it was manual. There's no button. And also you notice there's a rocky kind of ball sound in there. If you shake them like a rattle. Just so you know, that doesn't mean anything's broken. It just means it's a sound effect. You know, there's no electronics in it, but Thinkway Toys was smart and was like, well, we want them to make sound. So they just threw a little ball in there, and so when you shake him, he has that little rocky sound. And then here, when you press the button, you hear the ball rolling inside. So it just adds a really fun element to the toy for a non-electronic, and I think that was actually pretty genius. So no batteries required, which I think is better because, you know, you don't want to worry about battery corrosion, and it's just really fun to change the expression. If you do it fast enough, it almost looked like it went to a blank expression for a second there. Yeah, so that's super fun, and when you get aggressive with the button, it actually looks a lot cooler, I think. So yeah, that's a really cool chunk, and yeah, let's do a comparison with the Mattel one from last year. So to measure up this giant chunk, he's actually closer. He's just over 9.5 inches. He's closer to the 10-inch mark. Here on this little Mattel one, he's about 6.5, right under the 7 inches mark. Thinkway chunk here across is about 9 inches across, which is really, really big. And then here on this one, for the little Mattel one, it's about 6 inches across. So you can just see, though, with your eyes, how crazy the differences is in scale. There's no working button on this. It's either angry or happy, which I don't mind. We do have the extra option of a blank expression on the Mattel one, I noticed. And also you can make it happy too, and you can put it on anger mode. So let's match the expression here. You can see they are both angry now. So it's really cool. Obviously I think the Thinkway Toys one looks more accurate to the movie, not only because it's the same size as the movie, but I don't know, the details just look a little bit better with the weathering and just like the way it's sculpted. Although Mattel did an incredible job, I'm not going to knock Mattel for the sculpting. I think is really, really good. As you can see, it's even probably a little spikier looking on the Mattel one. But I do like how Thinkway Toys captured Chunk a little bit more accurately. Just in the sculpt you can tell. But I don't know. You let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of the differences between the movie size Chunk versus what we got from Mattel for 2021 line. This was so hard to find. A lot of people weren't able to find this one from Mattel, I remember. So that is a bummer, but my favorite is the happy expression. I consider myself a very positive person, so I usually like to display my toys with the happy expressions, you know, where I could for toy mode. But I think it looks really great. I think they're really fun. And even this Mattel one has really great articulation. Something I noticed that Mattel has is it has wrist articulation for some reason. And the same kind of articulation as the Thinkway with toys, but they added the wrist joint there, which is interesting, and we don't have a wrist one here on Thinkway. It's just a massive like claw hand basically. But yeah, I just noticed that was a big difference. So manual, no button, no rocky sound. If you shake them, it doesn't make a sound. But this one definitely has all those premium deluxe features. They're both really great. I also noticed the color's a little darker here on the Mattel. I like the lighter color here on Thinkway, more accurate to me. But yeah, it's really fun to see both chunks in the collection. And for fun, I do have this custom certificate of authenticity. It's not real, they never made this, but it's cool to have one, and it has John Lasseter's name on it, which is really cool. I got this from a friend from Brazil, and he printed a bunch of these out. So I have one for basically every character, and I just love that it says Toy Story 3. So I really like the certificate with the toy, because basically this is what it looks like from Thinkway Toys. If they would have released it for the collection or signature collection, it would look like this, and that's really cool. So the original box art packaging for this was very simple. Basically it wasn't a box, he was just kind of poking out there, but yeah, I don't mind not having the box because I'm an out-of-box display collector anyways. So I just had really fun putting this back in my collection. I am going to be making a new shelf over here for the new gang, and I'm going to keep reviewing new toys this week, so you don't want to miss out. As always, partners, thank you so much for liking, watching, commenting on these videos. It really helps support what I do here on YouTube. If you want to continue to help me on this journey, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted for future videos on this channel, and I'll see you, partners, on the next video review.
You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear, you're an action figure!
You are a sad, strange little man. You are a sad, strange little man.
You are a child's plaything!
Hey, Ham, look, I'm Picasso.
I don't get it.